So welcome back to the channel, and I'm going to be going over how to get that dreamy film look in Lightroom. And today you can follow along. I have 3 photos here, all of them taken on iPhone, just so I can show you how easy it is to achieve this dreamy filmic look and how I do that. Let's get right into it. As you can see, I already have a photo pulled up. This is a photo I took on my iPhone. As you can see, it was shot in Apple Pro RAW, and it was just taken out on a foggy morning, just simple, lovely. So it's gonna be really easy to make this into a dreamy edit because it already looks dreamy just straight out of camera thanks to the fog. But I like to basically start with going to the presets tab here. And me personally, I have my own presets. If you wanna use the ones that I use, then check out my preset collection, the SONDER preset collection, or the Ultimate Preset Pack if you want over 30 different presets that I've curated over the last 2 years. Then definitely check that out in the link in the bio. You can use this code to get yourself a nice little discount, so definitely check it out and support the channel. But yeah, let's just get right into it. And as you can see, I scrolled through quite a lot of these presets, and they've specifically been designed to give that dreamy film look anyway. So by just scrolling through a few of these, you can tell already it looks filmic and dreamy without me really having to do anything except just add this preset. Now let's cycle through a few of them. I think I did like the first one here, blank canvas. That's the one I'm going to apply, and then this is where some of the magic is going to happen. So you're going to up that shadows a little bit and deepen those blacks, and already this is looking pretty good as dreamy as it is, but the source comes really from increasing the highlights. So as you can see, they're already pretty high up, but if I bring them down, you see how it takes away the haze and takes a little bit of that depth away. I definitely do like it up because it enhances that dreamy filmic look. So we're gonna leave it somewhere around there. And then honestly, this photo doesn't even need too much, but I like to add a little bit of grain. So we go into there and just go turn that up to about, 20 looks good. Bring the size down a little bit and the roughness a little bit, just so it's a little bit softer on the photo. And then the last thing I do, this is where the real magic and the real source is when you're creating that dreamy look, is the clarity and dehaze slider inside of effects. Now, turning this down will increase that dreamy look. It'll make things a little bit out of focus, which is exactly what you want. So if I increase this, you can see that it brings a lot of detail back. So definitely I like to keep it around -30, -40. So just like there, it looks pretty good. And dehaze, now in this situation, the photo is already pretty foggy, so this is actually good to have up, but most of the time I keep it down. So if I show you what it looks like, you can see it is quite overexposed now, and it's kind of losing all the photo right there. So in this photo in particular, I'm going to leave that up just so I can retain some sort of detail in the scene. So just like that, that's pretty good. So let's look at the before. Just by clicking with this dash tool, you can see the before and the after. So as you can see, they're just in a few clicks, I've already made it into a nice dreamy film look. So let's go into another photo. This was shot on a beach during sunset, golden hour, and it was also shot on iPhone 13 Pro, I believe. So let's get right into it now. Again, I'm going to start with my presets because it's a great way to just have a base for your photo and just seeing what already might look good and then tweaking it from there. And so there's so many different presets, but I like to just preview them and see what I'm going for. So not all presets are going to work on every photo, but there'll always be one that suits your kind of photo that might need some adjusting. So for example, I really like how editorial is looking. Now, this isn't just going to look great just like that. I mean, some of you might like this with the silhouette, but I like to bring some of those shadows out a bit. So I'm going to go into the light tab here. I'm just going to increase these shadows, just bring a little bit of that depth back because the rocks and the mountains, they are quite detailed. So just bringing a little bit of exposure right back. And then the highlights, I'm going to increase that as well, just in the sky. Perfect. This is the secret sauce. Again, I'm telling you, you go into the effects tab and you decrease the clarity, and that is seriously going to help bring things slightly out of focus, slightly less clear, and it's just going to help with that dreamy look. And then go ahead and dehaze. You can play with that slider quite a lot. So as this might be something that you might like because it is very, very dreamy, very, very artistic. But me personally, I do like to keep some sort of reality to it. I want it to look like a dream, but I don't want it to, be far away from reality where you can achieve that. So I am going to bring some of that clarity back in the dehaze slider. So but apart from that, everything else looks really, really good. And like before and then the after, you can see that it's just instantly, not only is it giving a dreamy film look without really having to do much. This is just an iPhone photo. These could be your regular photos, and it will just help you stand out so much more on an Instagram grid and make you look so much more aesthetic and more put together and everything. It just makes your grid stand out. So honestly, I have no reason why you shouldn't do this. Like, this is taking me less than 5 minutes. to do these, and this is multiple photos. You know, like definitely presets are a great way to start and learn your base and then create your own ones from there. But you know, that's how I learned a lot. So it's probably one of the best investments I've made into how quickly I've learned Lightroom and editing and how quick I've gotten. So again, let's go into this another photo taken in RAW, which just helps retain all the information so that when I'm editing, I don't lose any quality. Now I'm just gonna preview some of these presets here, and you know, I'm quite liking quite a lot of these. I'm gonna go with nostalgia. That's definitely right there. That is the perfection of a dreamy filmic look without having to do anything at all. So up to you if you want to adjust this. You know, I might just straighten it a little bit. So we go in the straighten tab and click auto, and honestly right there is good. Like, I'm liking that. Like, that's the before and then that's the after. And again, like, you can bring a little bit of that dehaze down and bring some more fog into this and just have it a little bit more dreamy. You know, even this looks really good. And then if you wanted, you could just bring the shadows up a little bit, and just like that, without keeping it too complex, it's already looking like it's straight from your dream. You know what I mean? Like, it's cinematic as hell. So if you look at the before and you look at the after, and just with like a quick preset, like done like that, I mean, you don't have to use a preset. Like, my settings are up here and you can copy those and, you know, try it out for yourselves. But you can copy the SONDER preset collection. There's a code here which can give you a little bit of a discount, and you know, definitely check it out. It's going to save you heaps of time and give you that dreamic filmic look. So yeah, that's basically it. A very, very easy and simple way to instantly get yourself the dreamy filmic look, and some key techniques that will help you when you're editing photos, such as the clarity and dehaze slider. Support the channel, and if you like the video, then definitely give me a thumbs up. And if you love the video and you want to keep watching, then subscribe, and I'll be back with another tutorial very, very soon.